All right. Hello, everyone. I am back finally, which nice to see a lot of you guys. Hello, everyone who's already here. Hopefully, this is actually going to work. As many of you know, my internet hasn't exactly been functioning. But anyway, I'm starting out with the new premium Lorraine 40T here. Essentially, tier 9 tank now is a tier 8 premium. Few stats change around on it. Has a spiffy, unique camouflage that comes with it as well. But yeah. But anyway, as far as my internet, if for whatever reason there's problems here, um, which I am gonna have to fix a couple of OBS things I can already see. Um, don't be surprised if some frames drop here or there. Essentially, short version of things as of what's going on now is they still need to replace the line that runs to my house under the ground, and also the main, like, we have everything's buried here, so we have these little like 4 foot by 4 foot metal boxes every several houses in our neighborhood, and that hub closest to my house actually needs replaced because it's faulty. So my connection's not perfect, but at the very least it should work here. It's just not guaranteed. That's going to be fixed within the next week, apparently. But anyway, hopefully it all works. But if for whatever reason you start seeing things start to get jittery or blurry, it is not you. It is definitely 100% Comcast. Which, at the very least, I am very angry at them, but the technician today was actually very, very nice to deal with. Yeah, I actually really like this camouflage too. I decided to pick this up since I have the M4A1 Rev, but I really like this tank when it was tier 9, and it's not changed too much. It still has very high penetration, has a slightly lower alpha strike now, but it's a pretty damn good tank for a tier 8 premium, at least statistically. It's still very large and can take a lot of damage, but I think it fits in pretty damn well at tier 8, honestly. Which I haven't exactly played at all since the last stream. I couldn't even get on the internet yesterday. That was the frustrating part, where the technician that came out yesterday, actually, I went from having internet, just very poor upload speeds, but I could do anything online except for live stream. Guy actually screwed it up so badly. Luckily, I got a new person today who knew a little bit more. I couldn't even watch TV, go on the internet yesterday, nothing. They just completely messed it up. But the reason I decided to pick this up is you have a high damage potential in this, very good penetration, and it's pretty mobile. All things considering, for a premium tank, you don't need a lot of premium rounds. Doing a lot of damage, basically the thing being situated all around its gun, you're going to be able to make quite a bit of credits with this thing. Plus, it's a pretty good crew trainer for the bat chat. Hello, Darko, N23, Uvez, Crazed Missile, and the rest of you guys, hello. I'm doing pretty good considering I actually have internet again, Darko. Yeah, that's the one thing, is it's pretty accurate, but at times you can struggle a little bit to hit some things. But yeah, I can play the T-34. But this is definitely not the easiest tank to play, considering its size and lack of armor. But being bumped down a tier helps it a little bit. Like, you're not going to get many bounces, but whereas as a tier 9 it was pretty much a sitting duck, you at least have a chance here to bounce some things. I am very, very, very concerned about my team not doing anything here at all. if I can say so myself. Trying to get literally as far back as possible here. Only because it's going to suck them back. I have a Hellcat and Tiger P out there, but okay, at this point we're good. It's just with those other two tanks, I was a little bit skeptical, honestly, that we were definitely 100% going to win. But I like the odds of 3 against whatever it is here. I'm going to look for this T-25. There he is. He's actually very low on HP here. I probably should have sat on the cap, but oh well. You don't like what? The Lorraine? It's not, you know, it's not for anybody. The KB2. I got it. Holy shit, got an ace tanker the first match. Oh, I was not expecting that. Not expecting that at all. Hello, Orlando. Right now, my platoon's currently full, but if you'd like to platoon in a little bit, hey, we did a very good job. 1, 2, and 3 here. If you want to platoon in a little bit, I will send you a request and fit you in here. Hello, Uber. Nice to see you. But 100,000 profit, no premium rounds. Granted, that is a bit much damage to do. I would say you're gonna shoot for around 2,000 damage in this for the autoloader that it has. But yeah, pretty damn good tank. I didn't really hesitate even to pick it up because it looked pretty damn good statistically to. Alright, let me just... I haven't streamed in a couple days here, so I'm kind of like, oh, I'm lost. Okay. Yeah, it's not it is a brand new tank, but autoloaders are not easy to typically... Yeah, I don't mind playing a tier up here. Well, maybe someday again, Darko, I'll play on the EU server. I do have an account over there, but I only have I have 1 tier 5 premium, and then the rest I'm at like tier 3, tier 4. But Orlando, if for whatever reason it slips my mind, only because I haven't streamed here since Sunday, just remind me and I can definitely fit you in here. I would say since that was my first match, it might be, you know, maybe several matches though. Hello, Glenn. Oh, basically, Darko comes down to my ping is pretty bad on EU. It's definitely workable, but yeah, it just comes down to if I ever have time, I will try to do an EU stream, but it's you know, it's tough for me to play on a server where I barely have any tanks. Hello, Dana. Nice to see you. Even though I am gonna have to, honestly, I kind of have to play the SEA server at some point. Not anytime soon, but I need 50 battles over there to post in the forum section that I would like to post in. Alright, dude. You are, whether you know it or not, you are fucking us up more than you believe. Trust me, it was a little difficult. It was mainly the lack of TV too, but fortunately, my dad has this. He has it for when they go on vacations. He has like a portable AT&T like 4G hotspot that he let us use. It has something like 50 gigabytes a month or something, because they go on trips pretty frequently, and we were able to use that last night. But really, it's only, holy shit, I actually damaged him. Really, that's only good like for cell phones. Like I couldn't even stream like a show last night. But and I survived. It just pretty much ruined my week, I would say, only because I had quite a few things I needed to do out, particularly live streaming, but also it made a little bit harder to do restaurant stuff, and even things like pay bills. It made it sucky to do, since this was kind of my yesterday was my bill day. But that hurt a little bit. But nonetheless, tonight I'll be platooning for the first 2 hours here, 7 to 9. And then since I haven't been able to stream, I'm actually going to go a little bit later here. I'm going to stream for another 2 hours after that. I'm going to play solo though. Only the last 2 hours, I'm probably going to shift more over to just cramming in a bunch of premium tanks. So I've kind of fallen behind on credits since there's a very big anniversary sale this weekend, 15% off tier 8 to 10 tanks, and I really need to be able to buy at least one of these high tier tanks. I'm not too concerned about the XP. I'm more concerned about trying to save a little bit of credits here since there's a sale. I might die here. Hello, nice couple. Nice to see you. Yeah, pen and paper. The only problem with that is all my stuff's on my computer, which I was able to get to. It makes it hard to, not to say I copy people, but in the restaurant business, it's always good to see what other people are doing around you. And I always, I don't straight up say copy someone's menu, but I'll look at what they're doing. You don't want to have the same exact menu as somebody. You don't want to have a completely different menu. Only because a lot of restaurants in Cape May, like, we cater towards like families, casual style dining. But you have to, double check your prices, stuff like that. Like, it's easier than what I guess can't explain it. It's just, yeah, it makes it hard when you don't have internet. But I like to tweak my menus a little bit here or there. And I was kind of pulling them all up on my phone and swiping through them. Because this year, I usually keep my menu pretty much the same year to year. But I'm adding in a couple little different things this year. Just that nobody else is doing in town. That is a little bit late, Darko. Hello, John from Norway. Nice to see you. No problem, John Brown. I'm glad that helped you out. It definitely, you'll see me. I don't always carry a lot of HE in tanks, but some tanks you definitely need to carry a bit of it, because that's sometimes your best and only option. But yeah, this is really, oh god, I always hit this rock. Every year their anniversary sale, it's pretty much the biggest sale of the year that you can kind of guarantee that will happen. Oh, I guess about crap my pants there. But if anything, I don't see anything messed up here as far as drop frames, but if for whatever reason something looks funny, just let me know, guys. Only because with the internet problems I had, I literally uninstalled everything as far as the game, my streaming stuff, like my drivers and everything, and I re-updated everything just to make sure going into it, because if it ended up being my fault, I'd have to pay for everything, with Comcast coming out multiple times. So I 100%, which it actually was nice that I had all this streaming stuff because I could stream my screens and basically prove without a doubt that, my upload was dropping and stuff. Because if anyone has ever called an internet company, especially Comcast, they're like, go to speedtest.net. Oh, it looks like it's working. There's no problem here. And then you try to explain to the people on the phone, and they're like, huh? Please give me a real person. Anyway. Well, the packet loss thing, that's something just on the NA server every now and again. It depends on, honestly, the day. Some days you don't get it at all. Some days you get a lot. And really, different people get it and stuff like that. But Wargaming, they are working on fixing it. I've seen that go away a lot. It's just the internet problems specifically, they only happened on Wednesday morning stream, and then for a few seconds Sunday night stream I dropped frames for like 1 or 2 times. Outside of that, I didn't have any problems as far as packet loss or lag because of this internet problem. This is just something where, since I actually use my upload speed and I need a stable connection, that I was probably the first person to even realize that there's something wrong with, our internet in the neighborhood. Knowing my luck here, I'm gonna die. Nope. But yeah. Luckily though, I called it before something. Like, I'd be out of internet for like at least a week if, this hub, I'll call it, down the street decided to crap out completely. Anyway though. I'm sure the 2 new neighbors next to me, though. Oh, that released? That was not supposed to release. Yes, that is why there's a 2-minute video of Overwatch. I actually didn't know that popped out. I'll have to delete that, honestly. Alright, why don't we, I'll hop into this. But yeah, I probably did something like 20 mini private streams that it seems like... Alright, I can play something different here because I'm grinding. If there's any other tank requests, please let me know, guys. I will play something you'd like to see me play. Let's see. But yeah, I did a bunch of... I tried to make them as private as possible. But, yeah. Let's see here. Maybe it's this one. A minute and, 3 seconds long. Here we go. Let's get this going. Yeah, sorry about that popping up. Which I'll actually delete this other one too. But yeah, unfortunately, well, in a way it's kind of good. Yeah, I can play the FCM 50T. With YouTube, like I have stuff on my phone where I can... That's how I usually comment back to you guys whenever you post on one of my videos. I have it set up to where, unless it's like spam, it doesn't pop up then. But whenever you guys comment on one of my videos that's not live, it pops up on my phone. That's how I usually respond. But unfortunately, I can't do everything on my phone. So without any internet up until today, didn't really notice some things. So sorry about that. You guys are probably like, why is there a minute-long video of Cody just staring into the camera looking pissed off? It was so frustrating now. Roll out the T110E3 and Cape May. Fortunately, the actual Comcast store, like, for as much as I hate Comcast, I hate the company in general, and that they're my only option. But I will say most of the people I've dealt with, usually I walk into the store that's here, the Xfinity store, only because they're actually polite. It took me all of, I think, 3 minutes from walking into the door there to talk to somebody and to set up an actual good technician to come out to my house today. I went in there late last night. Usually I do not get angry, but I was so pissed off. Not only because having my upload speeds, and you guys saw it Wednesday, me dropping frames, I can understand things breaking, but for them to completely fuck up my internet worse than when they came out, that was another thing. That pushed me over the edge. Hello, Sammy, nice to see you. But all is hopefully good now. Oh, this is not... yeah, I was like, this shot's not going to go through, but I'm not blowing my repair kit right then and there. I'm not 100% already safe, but for whatever reason, we have so many people camping the northwest corner that, aren't SPGs, to where, yeah. Hello, Last King, nice to see you. I took out most of my anger on calling Comcast support. They throw you through so many loopholes, like, please reset your modem, we're going to do this and that, before you actually can talk to somebody. I'm pretty rude to the automatic machine. And their customer support throw out the lines like, well, your router's broken, your modem's broken. Well, maybe if I haven't already, I was lucky to have replacements, because I actually just helped my parents with switching theirs out, and they still had the previous ones that worked because they switched to a different package. I rolled that out even before I called you guys. That sounds about right, Craze Missile. Yeah. My dad made a good point. Usually the first technician you get to come out is typically not, either they're newer or they're not the best. But if they screw up and someone needs to come out again, typically you get a good person, which is what happened to me today. These people are probably pissed. I'm just literally sitting here chucking HE at them. Do I think that this is completely balanced at times? No. But, hey, it's part of the game. I'm going to abuse it. Hello, Gunner. Nice to see you. I missed you the most when I did not have any internet for 24 hours. I know, there's nobody behind us. Let's just give that guy a little nice love tap. I actually just thought that that guy shot me, which is... Ever since they changed the sound, sometimes when I get hit, I go off of the sound, and it sounded like the shot came from my left. Whoa, be careful. There's a VK, or not a VK. There's a JPZ there, but he actually pulled back. Very nice. Ooh, not very nice. I'll take the shot. Hello, Mojo. Nice to see you. Oh, good minds think alike. But yeah, in my area, literally, they are my only option. The only other option is for me to get Verizon, which, since Comcast owns, they own the internet cable lines on the poles before they go underground in my area and in my whole township, plus Cape May township, technically, that's south of me. I see you, Lucas. Which, I can send you an invite here, Orlando, if you are still on. Are you on? I don't see you. If anybody would like an invite, Orlando, I'm extending it to you first since you asked right before here. Please let me know if anyone wants to platoon. Yeah, I'm pretty sure sometimes. Yeah, I was about to say sometimes I mixed the names up, but I knew your name was pretty much the same as here on YouTube. Hello, Thomas, Rich as well. But yeah, either I have Comcast or I go with satellite internet, which blows, or Verizon essentially dial up. That's the only thing they're able to offer because, you know, I get it. It doesn't make financial sense for them to come any more south because they're literally like 3 miles north of me. They stop Verizon Fios. There's just not enough people, you know, south of that area to expand to in, you know, business sense. So, okay, Orlando, I'll send you an invite for the next match. Which, if there's any more requests, you know, feel free to mention them. I want to go this way. I was about to say, or I'll hop back into the Lorraine, which there's 2 of them over there, so I can get 1 clipped here if I'm unlucky. But so far, not to jinx it, so good for the stream here. It's just, from what the guy explained to me, it's, you know, my connection should be working here, but there is a decent chance that, you know, it will drop in and out at times, but it shouldn't go out completely until they get it 100% fixed. I always do tank requests, Thomas. Oops. Actually, that's on me. I wasn't even looking at the... Oh god, I got hit by Artie too. I wasn't even looking at the chat there. I was looking at OBS. I think I have the wrong thing up on the overlay that says I'm soloing, but I could be wrong. Alright, I think I'm actually safer if I push up further here, because I know this Rudy is going to push in here, so... Let's see. It doesn't make too much sense for me to ram him. However, it'll get him out quicker, which should be better for all of us. Oh god. Artie, please. Please, Artie. Which I need to... Oh god, how did that miss? Thank you, Artie. I assume that was an Artie shot. There we go. Those guys were on borrowed time there. Yes, I did. Nice, Kappa. Typically, if there's a tank that I'm pretty interested in, I will pick it up. That way, you know, I can give you guys a pretty good look at it. I would say the only tank, you know, I don't want to pick it up myself. Would I like to play it? Sure. But I'm not going to pick it up only because I have a lot of American premium heavies is the Chrysler K. That's going to be coming out for the Wargaming League finals here. That should be popping up any day now. It's not going to be a bad tank statistically. It's just yeah, it doesn't make too much sense if you already have a lot of American premiums. But for those people that like a lot of frontal armor and a pretty good gun, it does lack a little bit of penetration, but essentially it's like a American dumbed down version of the VK4502B at tier 8 that makes money. It's just for those people that have a lot of American premium tanks, it doesn't make sense to pick up. So yes, I can get to all those tank requests, I believe. Whew, that's not good, Craze. Yeah, I saw your message about the. I think it's weird that they just send a refresher signal and it fixes things, but that that typically does fix things. I will say. I don't know how your signal needs refreshed and it fixes it automatically, but yeah, that's usually all I have to go through to get something fixed with Comcast is a quick little phone call. Unfortunately, I uncovered a huge can of worms this time. Alright, so let me get all these requests down here. It says a noob-friendly tank for Lorraine. Yeah, I would say that is definitely not the case there, which very nice job. I feel really bad for this guy, but that was a good job. It's alright, Orlando. Which, next up here, I'm going to slot the Lorraine in again. Which I'm pretty sure I sent. Sometimes I mess up here, but let me fix that there. That was bothering me. Sorry if that confused anybody. So after this, I will play the Object 140 FE215B, which the OI experimental do. I don't know if I have that. I don't know if I have that specific tank, Thomas. I think I have it in my garage. If I put that on my tank request list, I'm sorry. I do have the actual OI. I am 100% sure about that. I'll look though at the OI experimental. I just don't think I have equipment and everything on it, which since I want to buy one tank here that I'm grinding with the 15% off sale, I'll have to hold off on the equipment. You can gift people tanks, yes, through the gift shop. Pretty much anyone can do it. Even across servers, you can, if you say you have a friend like on the EU server and you don't play on there, you can make an EU account, and you do have to verify it, like your, like your email, your phone number at times, I think, for premium shop purchases on EU. And you don't even really have to play battles. You can give people stuff that way. It used to be a lot harder. I remember in the early days of me and my website, I'd have to go through so many hoops just to give things out for giveaways on Walkover. Hello Zen. Unfortunately, I don't have the Object 263. The closest thing I have to that, as far as like tier 10, would be like the T110E3. But yeah, essentially any type of autoloader with lack of armor is not noob friendly. Honestly though, the whole internet being out completely screwed me over this week. I wanted to do a review of the Lorraine here. I wanted to get a Chrysler K weak spot guide done. I'm slowly actually working on my channel videos still. It's just going to be like pieced together like what I kind of do as far as videos go. And Orlando is very kind to make a intro for my videos. I'm going to be putting on that. It's just this whole internet thing completely screwed me up. Because I go, you know, my days off end essentially right after the stream here. Oh god, I missed. Whoa, there's somebody behind me. Yeah, because I got to go to work pretty early here tomorrow. So hopefully next week nothing goes wrong. Sorry Zen, I do have a tank request list. It's in the video description beneath this video. And every now and again, Nightbot will post a link. It's over on WoTGuru.com. Has every tank I can play. Just the only one not on there is the... shit, I just reset the cap. Bad me. I'm usually good at this. I'm actually going to stay here, to be honest. But, yeah. Has every tank I can play on the stream except the Lorraine. I forgot to edit that in. I would say, though, that because there's only 4 shells on this, and the armor, while not great, at tier 8 does get a couple lucky bounces here or there, I would say this is definitely less difficult to play than it was when it was at tier 9. Is it easy? No. But if you've played, say, like the 1390... Oh god, the SP1C drowned himself. Oh god, I'm just gonna get rid of that guy on the blacklist. But I would say this is, you know, if you enjoy the 1390, or thank you very much John for the tip, or say like the mini bat chat, or even the bat chat at tier 10, you're definitely gonna enjoy this tank here. I think this is a case where, not to say I like this as much as the tier 9 one, because I haven't played too much of this yet. Oh god, that guy's drowning himself too. What are you doing? Oh my goodness. Like, at least he drowned himself after it was lost, but... Well, I've done 545 damage here. But thank you very much, John, for the tip. But needless to say, though, I think this is one of the cases where them removing it and adding it back in as a premium makes pretty good sense. Would I like it has kept as like a normal tank? Yes. But I'm not exactly angry at them switching it up and introducing it as a premium. But not exactly the best match here by any means, but we won and we didn't die. That's all that counts sometimes. Alright, so next up here, the Object 140. My favorite tank. Especially after the last match I had before my stream crapped out. But I do have the OI I can play. It's just the OI experimental here. I have a crew for it. I just don't have any modules or equipment going yet. So I can hop into the OI, but not the OI experimental. If you haven't played an autoloader, I would say... it's kind of hard, because really there's French, Czechs, and American. Well, the only real true autoloader line is the French one. I would say you're probably, as of 9.18, going down the French medium one if you're solely looking for autoloaders. But I'm just hesitant to say it because if you're not, say if you don't really like light tanks per se, like faster tanks, tanks with no armor, I would say go down the American one. It does have its faults, and it is a harder grind, I would say, because without the top guns a lot of times, say on the T69, the T54A1, it can be really hard to play. But I would say for most people, the American line is probably the best beginner. But if you're looking just for the autoloader action, the French line still is the go-to. As of 9.18, both the light and the medium line are pretty good bets. The medium, I would say, a little bit over the light one. And the Czech tanks ones, really, they're very good at the high tiers. But you can't go wrong with them either. It's just, basically you're getting into a... while they're autoloaders, I treat them more as standard mediums in a way, only because their burst isn't as high, and you know they play a little bit differently. Anyway, I do not remember Uber, honestly. I haven't really kept up with. I saw that there was changes to the test server too, so I don't know if they changed anything as regarding that. I do believe they took the auto-loading gun off of it though, the last I saw, but I could be wrong here. Very nice. Nice again. And I missed. Need to remember that I can get shot through the train tracks. Was not very nice, PZ4. Of course I missed you. Really wish the frickin' actual train tracks would provide cover now, but they don't. They used to. Let's see. Who wants to be the sacrificial guinea pig here? I guess I'll be it. Somebody needs to... I just hope I don't get hit by the JPZ. I probably will. I'm going to catch up on chat in a minute though, because this is really iffy stuff I'm doing here. And by iffy, I mean I'm probably going to get... I always die if I head this way, but I'm hoping that turns out not to be the case here. Oh god, come on, accuracy, work! Work, work, work. I know I'm shooting at a tank frickin' halfway across the goddamn map, but... well. I thought I was gonna hit some of those shots, but obviously my aim's a little bit off here. Yeah, I'll blame that on me. I always hate when I shoot way too low on shit he can hit me. Or at least he could. Hello, Mr. Udiz. Oh shit, I was actually thinking I was gonna bounce off of him. Oh, he's coming after me. Oh, I bounced him. Oh god, I got so lucky there. Which I guess I need to take back about me liking the T62A more, because I wouldn't have been able to do this in the T62A. Just with the slightly different stats between the two tanks here. I think you guys have slowly won me over to the Object 140. At least for these past two matches. Definitely holding my shot there so I didn't shoot him. And time to swarm this E100. I'm not going to get there, so I'm just going to sit on the cap. Maybe, no, I was going to shoot through there. Anyway. John, the reason people drown themselves is they think denying the enemy, like the kill, is better than drowning yourself. You actually pay a higher repair bill than if you just die from the enemy. So people drown themselves just to try to deny, you know, people damage, kills, stuff like that. You know, basically poor sportsmanship in my eyes. But yeah, pretty nice match there. Thank you for requesting the Object 140. Next up is the 215B Heavy. Whoops, wrong way. IS-4. Yep, I can do the IS-4. Huh, thank you very much, Victor. I will check that. What Graham said, I was trying to say it in a little bit more nicer tone. Thank you very much, Victor, for the gift. I appreciate that very much, especially because I'm going to be using quite a bit of gold here very soon. Or at least I think it came along. I'm sure it's gonna. There we go. Thank you very much for the 3,000 gold. Hello, Tunster. And 09AZ, nice to see you. I do not believe it's gonna get that Uber, the 90mm like the German, only because the reason why they're two separate tanks, and even though the German one seems like a true like M41, the reason why they are different is Germany actually took the tank, if I remember, you know, historically, and it's a different tank essentially because it is a completely different gun on it and a few other little things. I forget what they did to it, but they don't actually. It's a German gun that they put on that. It's not actually an American one. Honestly, you can't play too many other places in this on this map. The only other spot I would consider in this tank is if there was no arty. I'd kind of hang around here like I do in TD sometimes, so I can shoot out this way, I can push here, I can shoot down on this corner, but I can't fight in the north on this, and yeah, it's just the gun depression of this tank really limits it. I will, Tunster. Once I'm not driving near water that I can fall off. I am starting to get a little bit of packet loss here, but my frames aren't dropping, so can't blame it on Comcast this time. Which, see you, nice cuppa. I'm glad you think that, Victor. Thank you again. And Darko, sometimes, like there's a few times where I've gotten pretty upset on the stream, but it's nowhere near the levels as what you probably see from other people in the game. I'm definitely not already safe here. Oh god, I'm gonna get, I was gonna say, potentially shot once there. I'm glad that our bat chat has found, look at that guy, he is an F8. He has found the holy grail of the arty spot from this side that nobody ever takes. It always pains me to see arty sitting down where the Lorraine is. You cannot shoot enemies in the south here. You only can shoot north If you go to F8 though, you got the best of both worlds. Granted, you're definitely more vulnerable. I'm hesitant to go to the center, only because we need some sort of presence down here, even if it's just me tracking the meal. Because if I turn around here and the T-57 and E5 plow through, we'll be screwed. Granted, we're definitely not in a good situation with the IS-7. Shit, I guess I actually missed a shot there. But luckily they're playing this pretty safe for the most part. It's like the E5 and T-57 could have pushed, honestly. And with the Emil 2, they could have killed me when, you know, my team kind of turned around and started shooting, but they did not. Honestly, though, sometimes I'll admit, sometimes I get nervous. But that's just me. I wrote about it on WoT Guru. It's titled How Video Games Help Me Overcome My Anxiety. I've had pretty bad case of anxiety ever since like middle school. Awesome. Now I've got to start focusing this way, because that guy's got the autoloader and he can cause a shit ton of damage to me, because we lost part of the center there. Thank you. Please come again. In 4 seconds, please. No, 4 seconds. But playing the FE here, you pretty much go into please don't shoot me mode 150% of the time. T-57 should be able to kill him. However, I guess I'll stick it out just to help him out. Come on. Holy shit. Thank you. Getting a little bit worried there. But the FV, the main thing is A, know that you're not a true heavy tank, and I guess A2, not even going to B, you have literally no gun depression on this tank, so do not fight on any hills. Usually I try to stay at mid-range in like an area where it's semi-flat, where I can support my tanks without having to crest any hills or deal with them at all, because this thing cannot fight on the hill to save its life. I'm going to head towards the cap here. Which, Graham, Tunster says, hi, I forgot to say that. I know that you're listening here. And hello, Pez. But I can play the M3 Lee. I'll add it onto the request list. It's pretty long right now, so it will take me a little bit. That seems about right, Glenn. But at least next patch they're fixing Arty, which about current changes coming up to World of Tanks. So 9.18, you know, it's being tested right now. Pretty much everything's finalized. They're just working out the little bugs and everything. So Sandbox is actually popping up. Can't talk too much about it since, you know, there is crazy NDAs on the Sandbox for some odd reason. But that's actually going to be starting the 10th, the next Sandbox iteration. That's a pretty quick turnaround for wargaming. They haven't exactly stated 100% what it is, but just kind of going off what you see kind of being leaked on like websites like thedailybounce.net, readstatusreport.live, ones like that. They're actually introducing a new game mode. It's something very similar to what World of Tanks Blitz has. Let me get into my next tank and I can talk a little bit more about it if anyone hasn't seen it yet. Yeah, I can do the T-110E4. I don't mind playing it, the M3 Lee, honestly. Next up, though, is the Tiger 2. Whoops, wrong way. Which, Wargaming hasn't done too well with the whole new game mode things, but I think people will like this one. Yeah, sometimes being alive is, you know, especially if you're not top tier, being alive, plugging a hole, stuff like that's very important. Hello, CJ. Yeah, like the next Sandbox, they always keep adding people because like I don't play a ton of matches on Sandbox only because I'm gonna try to apply again. They always deny anybody that's not like Quickie Baby, Sir folks, stuff like that, to prevent you from live streaming and like making videos. However, which I think Orlando might have timed out here, honestly. Yeah, I think he timed out. Yeah, long time no see. Uh-oh. Alright, well, Orlando, if you pop back on, let me know. Because usually it keeps you in there. But, yeah, I'll send you another invite if it was just you getting disconnected or something. Well, honestly, I'm really hoping that I can make videos for this next one. But the next Sandbox, they're adding, I forget what they're calling it, or it's like Epic Battles or something. It's been leaked, so I can actually talk about it. It's not that I honestly didn't really see too much about this before reading about it on the other websites. But essentially what Epic Battles is, there's going to be larger maps they're putting in the game. There's going to be respawning, and with that there's going to be, say, like 6 objectives on the map, and there's going to be a team defending and attacking, so on and so forth, and maybe even like an encounter one where both teams are trying to cap and defend the points. And there's also going to be certain things where if you cap an area, say objective A, and you own it, you can actually drive to like a little depot near that and repair your tank without having to die and then respawn into another tank. Essentially, it's like domination mode in most games where you're trying to hold like a specific amount of objectives. You earn points over time, or at the end of the game, whoever owns the most wins. It's going to be interesting. I think it's already in Blitz, if I remember correctly. They have a game mode similar, if not very identical to what Wargaming's doing. But this essentially takes I would say the best parts from, say, the Rampage mode and refines them a bit. Because instead of being like straight up team deathmatch, it's basically larger scale random battles with objectives added onto it, which with the incentive of being able to repair your tank if you, say, cap something and hold it, people should actually play the objectives instead of just camp. I'm hoping this Oni doesn't hit me or else I'll be screwed. But this T29 taking a spot up here, honestly, he's more dangerous up here than if I take a lot of damage trying to kill him. If I ever see anyone, thank you very much, VK, push up from the other side to that spot, I know that they know what they're doing and they need to die. But it's going to be really in the early phases to talk too much about it. So that's why I believe that's what the next Sandbox is for. I don't see why they would start the next Sandbox unless it's for that. And probably also they're going to start testing the new maps and graphic renders on the Sandbox server. So that might also be popping up as well. Hello, Beaver. Nice to see you. That was the Rampage mode. Yes. I played a little bit of that. I wouldn't say everyone camped. The problem with that mode was you were actually, outside of the missions to get to the T-22, you actually got penalized to play that. Essentially, you made less credits and experience over a certain amount of time period than random battles, so it just died off after a couple weeks outside of people essentially rigging matches to get the T22. But this essentially adds larger maps than anything we have in the game currently, and adds multiple objectives, whereas Rampage only had one, I think like one cap or something like that. I forget specifically. But it was more about killing people rather than the objectives in the mode, from what I remember. And I think it's going to be something, if done well on PC, it'll be something that sticks around. Because it's going to think like Battlefield, but with just tanks. That's kind of what I've seen as far as the previews go for this mode. Come on, you want to move out here. I'm just going to sit on the cap because honestly... Nope, I'm just going to sit on the cap. I've already got enough cap points where I'd rather just get Invader. Yes, Gunner. That's why I'm trying... Honestly, not that I think Wargaming, say, is watching or they care too much about general talk about it. Technically, from agreeing to be on the Sandbox server, you're not allowed to make a peep out of it. Except for, you know, if something's leaked, you can talk about it then, because people can see it anyway. But technically, what you sign from going on the Sandbox server, not the regular test server that's currently up for 9.18, you're under a non-disclosure agreement. Unless you're given specific permission for a specific video or time frame to live stream to talk about it. That's how strict Wargaming is with their non-disclosure agreements. Anyway, though. But for anyone who is interested, though, I would say apply to the Sandbox server. Once you get in one, as long as you play, usually it's like a dozen matches the threshold is to get into the next one, you're always going to be re-invited. And Wargaming, they, for the most part, you might not get in the first time unless you have a ton of battles and, you've basically stuck with the game, stuff like that. They bring in people like that first, but you will get it into it eventually. Essentially, they just try to weed out like trolls, like basically people who aren't going to provide good feedback. But if anybody else wants to platoon, please send me a message in game. As long as it does help if you have up to tier 10, because I do have tier 10 requests on the list here. It does help if you can play every tier. Well, the Sandbox, that's why it is pretty selective, that they don't let everybody in, but they are loosening it up a bit. Sandbox is essentially, so you have Super Test, which actually I'll stay over here since we do for this VK. There's Super Test, where it's mainly just for EU and RU players. You're not allowed to talk about anything unless Wargaming specifically allows you to, and really the only reason you play on it is to test things. Like, you're only allowed to test like certain tanks, certain maps, and things during a Super Test period. Essentially, it's quality control / testing on Wargaming's part, so they're not just going to give you free reign to do whatever you want. Sandbox is essentially the same thing, except for with the general user base. It's actually not to say a new concept from Wargaming, but they used to have North American super testers before they tried to control leaking information several years ago. We have way too many scouts on the enemy team. Like, I can't move up here. Essentially, some North American super testers leak things, say in the first year to two in World of Tanks lifespan, and I actually didn't see them. I just randomly shot at him. They essentially nuked every single North American super tester, and there hasn't been any since. So Sandbox is nice that they're opening it back up to, every single server. Anyway, I'm going on and on about I'm going on and on about it. Oh god, there's another one. These goddamn light tanks. Oh, sorry, Big Daddy. This is VK here. Holy shit, I actually hit him. Oh god, we got him. Yeah, well, that's the way wargaming, like they added Sandbox in. So essentially, there's internal testing with wargaming and friends and family, essentially. Then there's super test testing. Then there's Sandbox, and then there's what currently is on for 9.18, the public test server, which is basically the finalized version, but they basically get as many people as possible in. As long as you've had an account for about a month, you can play on the public test server, just to weed out any bugs and to get final feedback from, the mass population about things. Because they do listen to people about things. There have been changes from the public test server to a live server before, pretty big ones, depending on the backlash. Specifically, the whole Rubicon thing that happened about 2 years ago at this point. I think it was 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half. Back when they tried to add inscriptions and like symbols for tanks to add like bonuses to your tank, so essentially making it pay to win. That was the specific patch where the public test server, it created so much outrage that Wargaming went, holy shit. Delete. I'm kind of crapping it up here, but at the very least our team's doing well. Just tier 9. I'm trying to play more of just a sniper and support, but I haven't had too many things to shoot at other than light tanks. I guess I could try. Never mind, the hill's dead. Hello, Buzzia. Well, yeah. Yeah, I will say, like, wargaming definitely... Come on, dude. I hate when literally I'm stuck with a gun in between my shot. I know it's not his fault. I will say wargaming, not to say they've gotten 100% money grab mode, but they have ramped it up a bit in the past, say, year and a half. Come on, turret, turn! There we go. Compared to before, but World of Tanks has always been a pretty expensive game to play if you're buying, say, like every premium tank released and so on and so forth. And Wargaming knows their market. They're shooting for, people late 20s to 60s essentially is what they shoot for. People that actually have disposable income. They've went over it before in some sort of like official Q&A. But yeah. But I would say they are doing a very good job with this patch here. 9.18 as far as the outside of the stun feature, which holy shit, good job T28 on our team. Outside of the stun feature, that I would say if they never implemented it at all or brought it up, honestly nobody would have complained that it wasn't in the game. However, I will say 9.18, for as much as people say Wargaming doesn't listen to them, you're getting arty rebalancing, removing the high damage one-shots, making it more support. You're getting tier 10 light tanks, so that removes the last class with the the +or-3 matchmaking, because it used to be +or-4 when I started the game. And you're also getting a completely revamped matchmaking. And on top of the matchmaking changes, I believe in this patch, it should be going through with these matchmaking changes. There's something that also takes into account, say you play mines like 2 times in a row, it'll try to put you on a map that is not mines for the next battle, if I am not mistaken. Which I don't think, I actually have to look here. Yeah, super chat. I'm looking at your tip, John, again, which thank you very much again. The Streamlabs still hasn't fixed super chat not adding automatically to the tip total for the month. I'll have to add that in now. Yes, honestly, I would say the Type 59 probably will never be for sale for again, because that is one of the main motivating factors for people to do like their community events and little things like that. I would say we're probably never going to see that for sale on PC. If we ever do, then I would say it's probably going to be bundled like all hell, because that will be a money grab if there ever was one. Oh, come on, let us get him. I wish I had the... I have the 105 here now, guys. Oh, God. Why did that zoomed in the wrong way? Oh, shit, the FCM. I'm coming, Graham. We're probably both gonna die, though, but... It's just our team's getting capped out, too, and... Oh, I missed them. Shit, that's what I was afraid of, this object. Here we go. Sorry. I knew I couldn't get, say, both the KV-4 Scorpion and the FCM. Alright, I need to get... Yeah, I did not expect to see the KV-4 honestly here either. I need to get away from here though. Well, there is that, the arty. But more importantly, I'd rather fight where that M103 is right now. It'll be easier for me, I think, to clear out, but our E5 just pushed and he's gonna die. Hello, Delev, Dianco, nice to see you. But the reason why I would say the type that they'll probably never sell it is A, people would scream cash grab, but more importantly, the Type 59 does not hold up to its reputation anymore. Like, it's not crazy broken. That was all because of the matchmaking back then, not because of the tank's statistics outright. People would feel very jaded that they bought the Type 59 and it wasn't like completely overpowered. I'm trying my best here, but shit. I saw at the freaking last second that I shot him. I'm like, that's a 907. I'm not gonna freaking penetrate him. It's just a matter of time before I die here now. So, yep, at least we did some damage, but usually the southern team loses on this map if you keep an eye on it, because your team's more likely to set up in this spot, and this spot's a lot less useful than this spot is. But, oh well. Anyway, next up here, is a British medium tank. So why don't I hop into the Action X? I guess I'd like to here we go. I would just like to add that. That way it'll all update eventually. There we go. Yeah, I know it's on Streamlabs development list to fix the whole tip thing through Super Chat, not counting for that stuff, but I don't know when exactly it will come out. Anyway, though. Do I have a minion that shreds my hash browns? I would say we don't have hash browns at work, honestly. Every now and again we'll run them as a special. We just do home fries, so essentially like not cube but diced up potatoes. I do it with like caramelized onion and paprika, salt, pepper. I don't do it too crazy. Honestly, before I kind of took over breakfast, it was just potato, salt, pepper. Yeah, that's too plain for me. But I actually had to tone it back because I was putting in a wee bit of garlic, and all the old ladies were like, you can't add garlic to potatoes in the morning. Like, but it tastes so damn good. Hopefully you're asking me about work, Tunster. But yes, I don't actually, outside of this time of the year when it's slower, I pretty much do all my prep. But typically in season, like I don't even touch a potato, honestly. We have a prep cook for that in the morning. I don't touch a potato, I don't touch an onion unless I'm making like a special or a soup or something. But that just comes down to, I cook on the line basically every day I'm there, outside of if I'm, like coordinating like 100-person party or something. I have to delegate a lot of my, I know, I don't want to do this because I'm going to die. But I do kind of have to spot with the amount of people in the center. Basically, I had to delegate a lot of my prep out to other people just because I don't have the time myself to actually do it. So it's good and bad, but I honestly like prep. I like prep more than cooking behind the line. I think most cooks would say the same. Cooking behind the line sucks. It's like 20 degrees hotter than the rest of the kitchen. Sweating everywhere, you're getting yelled at, and yeah. They actually don't have that many people up on the hill either. God, that bad chat just pushed. Oh my god, how did I miss that? I'll chalk that up to my bad aim, but come on, RNG, throw me a bone. Ooh, just watching Graham there. I don't want to shoot him. Were I ever the head potato peeler? Which, hello, B-Mavs. I would say yes. Basically, I grew up in a family restaurant. I've done every single job from dishwasher to bellhop, busboy, waiter, expediter. Since we have a 100+ year old, I think it's 100 years old, Or no, it might have just barely broken 100 years. Um, Elevator, I've been the elevator person. Oh, I've done everything. Um, Hell, I've even been the frickin' Easter Bunny. So yes, I've done every single job you can imagine in a restaurant slash hotel. It's good though. If I ever need to write a resume, it'll. You've done how many jobs? It'll definitely be a pretty damn long resume if I ever need one. Centurion Action X though, I was a little hesitant to push the hill. Luckily, there weren't a lot of people there, and Artie didn't blow me out of the water right away. But playing the Action X, it's just staying alive long, and not getting yourself into a iffy spot. Like right now, I'm a little bit out of position, but that guy gets missed. I was more concerned, honestly, about the GW and the Borsig here. Okay. I think the Borsig doesn't have the 750 damage gun, so... What the hell? I'll ram him here. Very nice. My only problem with hash browns is the way we would have to make them for doing the amount of breakfast we do. We would need a grill solely dedicated to hash browns, which it doesn't work for us. Anyway, pretty decent match here. Thank you for requesting this. Mastery Badge First Class, Steel Ball, High Caliber. Graham and I did a pretty damn good job between the two of us. The 113, he did a very good job as well. So next up, I've got the OI Experimental, but I've only got the OI kitted out now, so I can play the OI. Then I have the IS-4, M3 Lee, oh god, T110E4. Yeah, I do, like, we only have 2 cooks most mornings, like in the middle of the season, and we do, I would say on average, like 200 breakfasts, and depending on the weather, like if it's really nice, we don't get hit for lunch very hard because everyone's at the beach. We do anywhere from like 50 to 100 lunches depending on the day. The day when there's a thunderstorm, I want to kill myself because you go from having, a few tables in a restaurant to having 100 people out there at one time wanting food. Oh Lord. Coconut onion rings. I've never heard of that. I literally have never heard of that. I hope I do, John. There's some days where, you just can't keep up regardless. But most days I'm pretty calm and able to handle everything. I would say I never host it, no. I would say the way sometimes it works at breakfast, when I waitered breakfast, lunch, and dinner, because I needed to do everything, essentially, at some point growing up before I decided to just cook. I host it in a way. You share hosting at breakfast some days if it's not busy enough to have an actual host or hostess there. Thank you very much, Mojo. But yeah, the weather, You know, pretty much when people visit Cape May, like some people come, like say for bird watching, the Victorian buildings and history. There's the main Coast Guard training naval base essentially that takes up a good chunk of town as well. Fishing, stuff like that. And then there's the people that come with their families to go to the beach. If it rains, can't really do anything, especially at lightning. They shut the beaches down, and we're literally right on the beach, right across the street from it. So it goes from everyone going to the closest spot available, which is usually us, if they're but typically when that happens with how the weather works here, it's usually at about 2:30 p.m. and my shift, technically I get done cooking at 3. I'm not always out of there by 3, but for cooking I'm done at 3, and we usually just get completely, I'm gonna get nuked here. I'm not in the face. I just get like murdered, and we want to just like, not to say kill ourselves because you don't joke about that, but we kind of do, because it's at the end of your shift and you just get destroyed. And even with the night guys there to help, it's just, there's no amount of planning that you can do to. Oh, I just got nailed. I didn't think he was gonna be able to hit me through all that, but he turned that corner just to hit me. Unfortunately, getting hit in the side in the OI is very, very bad. I guess I should kind of slink back and lick my wounds before this other OI kills me. But yeah, it's a lot of work for, you know, typically we have 2 cooks, a prep cook, and a dishwasher on for my shift when we're busy. It's a lot of work for 2 people to do. Guys, there's an OI. Oh my god, IS. Why are you running away from the PZ4? Oh my goodness. Literally, what is this guy doing? Like, I know he was trying to help, but I think, thank you for killing Khal Drogo. Nice username. I like Game of Thrones. I know what soap tastes like as well. I think everybody should know what soap tastes like. It's like part of a good childhood. I am not angled here at all. If I didn't get smacked for all my HP by the KV2, I'd be a little bit more aggressive here. However, yeah, I guess I'm going to push out here just in case Graham gets in trouble. It's just their TDs are out in the field here, so. Here we go. Ain't no way I'm going out there. Or back there, Chaffee. Granted, I'm probably gonna die, but regardless. Well, we try to make this a little fun. Graham's probably gonna ruin my fun here by, yep, derping him. I'm gonna need to catch up on potato talk in a second here. I'm trying to get one more shot in here. The OI experimental and OI here are pretty damn fun to play in their current state. They can be a little bit hard at times if you start getting flanked, but even after the nerfs that they got, they're still pretty damn good tanks. Really, the main thing preventing them from being completely overpowered is their size and speed. It is a lot of work, BMAVs, but Yeah, I'm glad I got to do a bunch of different things growing up. You know, a lot of people I grew up with, and also I see now, because it's really hard to find, honestly, people to work in a restaurant anymore. Because usually you find like high schoolers, like people back from college and stuff, they don't do that anymore. People just don't work for some reason. I find it odd that people don't want their kids to like learn some sort of skills and make some money. Like, nah, just it's just give an iPhone and let them sit on the couch all day. Very nice job, Graham. Thank you for carrying me. But next up here, we got, let me double check them. We got the IS-4. Oh, very nice. You got an ace tanker. Hello, Lord Chipmunk. Nice to see you. I've actually never seen Shameless now. Need to find myself a comfortable position here. My I guess not playing yesterday and only a little bit the day before. My shoulder's hurting here. I would say though, I saw, speaking of Mike Rowe, he like did something in front of like Congress or like the House of Representatives or something, talking about how, like I say it, and even Marion, she teaches at my old high school, kids nowadays aren't really pushed into, say, trade jobs. Honestly, you can make a pretty damn good amount of money going into a trade job instead of going to college and like a 4-year college, getting like an art degree or a business degree and then not being able to find a job. There's so many people that do that. You're better off, you know, or not better off, but some kids are just, you know, there's nothing wrong with going to be, say, like an electrician or a welder. Like, you need those jobs, and hell, they pay pretty damn good. Hell, they pay better than being a honestly, be better than being a chef. But I like my job, at least for now that I'm young. Yeah, who does cream? Honestly, the person that cleans my grease trap at work would be this guy. You know, we do get a professional. You do need that every now and again, but in most restaurants, it would be your, say, dishwasher, i.e., Mexican, doing it. Honestly, though, I don't like telling people to do things that are completely, say, like, disgusting or I personally wouldn't want to do. So I do something like that. Like, I'll carve out a like good chunk of my day to be able to do that. Do I want to do it? Hell no. I don't think anybody wants to clean one. But yeah, I will. You know, I do jobs that I wouldn't want to tell someone to actually do. So, and that's why a lot of the guys that work with me and under me really like working with me. Then again, there are times where, you know, I do have them do it, but those are days where I literally, I guess, I can't do it myself. I guess missed that shot. We would have killed him too. That's one thing I really like. Like, I did woodshop throughout all high school for 4 years. My woodshop teacher actually, he brings in, I don't know if he still does it, but he would bring in representatives from trade schools several times a year and have them do their pitches, get you signed up to do like a tour of their school, stuff like that. And a lot of kids in those classes ended up going to those trade schools for like auto mechanics, stuff like that. And you know, it makes sense for, hell, if you're doing woodshop, a lot of kids that, you know, are interested in that, makes more sense for them to go into that than, say, like, I don't know, a law degree, something like that. Not that I think they would. I would say Graham is gobbling up all the damage here. I think you've hit every single shot so far. Alright, this 113 needs a little bit of help here to break through. Don't think that there's anybody except for maybe an M60 back on the hill that can hit us here. Okay. Yep, gotta get going to M60. Didn't want to use my repair kit, but very nice. Ooh. Ah, shit. I didn't know that he was low HP. Oh. Sorry that you got banned momentarily, Glenn, but yeah. I do have Nightbot set up to ban all caps. I'll catch up on the chat in a second though, guys. You got more damage than... that's still a pretty good amount of damage. Honestly though, I need to... Yep, I need to get right over here. So I want to pull these suckers down. Dude, you really need to... I'm going to stick out here just so I can spot this 140, but he might come down closer to me, which I don't even care if he resets me. It's more or less... I set up here just to basically cover us, you know, losing a bunch of tanks and then losing the match. Thank you for not hitting me there. I will gladly keep my cap points. Nice shot though, 140. You did the right thing there, but yeah. Hi. Alright. I would say that was the right choice, Uber, for telling him to do that. It's pretty cool BMAVs if you know someone who does that. We actually do have someone. Do I have the updated vehicles bug here? I'm gonna have to pop out for a second and pop into the game. I hate this bug. Hopefully I don't get bad connection now. Cross my fingers. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to reload the game there. I get that bug every now and again. We actually have someone where, as far as our fryers go, like deep frying stuff, I actually strain the oil and this guy takes it, and he actually lives maybe like a 3-minute drive away from me. My dad grew up with him and went to school with him. He actually helped, he does a lot of woodworking, plane down a bunch of wood for me, but we give him the oil. He uses it for his forget, it's like a station wagon almost, but it can use biodiesel, stuff like that, to run off of. That's pretty cool, Pezman. I wished you lived around me. That's one thing where you always need you always need an electrician. I stuttered there a little bit, but I was just thinking back to all of the electrical work we had to do here. Luckily, Ryan's stepdad, he taught me, you know, the basics of electric. I kind of knew a little bit, but he taught me how to, I can at least, you know, rewire like a 3-way switch and stuff now install stuff, move things around, know if it's broken. But I won't touch anything too complicated. don't want to kill myself. How does a Mutant 6 pen a T-34, Glenn? I would say shoot it essentially the hole. It should be able to pen it pretty easily. If you're close up, you don't want to shoot at the lower glacis. You want to shoot at the upper. Vice versa, if you're farther away, shoot at the lower glacis. I would say do not aim at all at the cupola, though. Hello, No Pass. Nice to see you. Oh, sorry. I didn't get down there, John, to say hi to Ryan. Levi is currently... he is snuggled up with his hedgehogs and blankets right now. And hello, Felipe. Nice to see you. Very nice, No Past. Yeah, Levi, he's currently out because, you know, he had to deal with 2 days of Comcast people here. He hates random strangers coming over. Plus, it was raining today. He got a bath, and he has a little ear infection, so we've had to clean his ears out, which English Springer Spaniels hate, but they need it done. So he's had a rough little day. Welcome back, Nice Cuppa. But yeah, Ryan she closed the door because she's making a milkshake. I'm platooning with someone right now. Yes, B-Mavs. Yeah, that's pretty cool, Tunster. Like vegetable and whatnot oil. But yeah, the T-34's cupola, it's a lot stronger than you might think. I would say I would just ignore the T-34's cupola in most tanks. Unless you're like in a tier 9 or tier 10. Alright, this gun fires pretty quickly, so I'm going to have to stay locked in here. Especially with 3 Artie. Yeah, he's firing premium too, which I thought I don't blame him, most PZ B2s should fire APCR. It's one of those tanks where you just kind of need it. I'm just trying to get him down a bit because he's kind of like the main threat, him and this other guy. It's just I'm gonna take a lot of damage here. One thing the M3 Lee is, it's not very durable. They are pushing. Really want to shoot this Valentine. Trying to slowly back up to safety. Here we go. Trick with the M3 Lee is, though, is not getting shot at. That's what I'm trying my damnedest to do here. But the gun is a little bit inaccurate, and moving around definitely sets that accuracy off. Shit, he's pushing on Graham. Ah, I fucked up there and missed. Sorry, Graham. I'll avenge thee, hopefully. Oh, there's that MX-40. I think it's time for me to ditch. Oh god. Oh god. No. No. I thought I was gonna go over sideways. That would have been game over for me. Or match over. There's that freaking AMX 40. Shit. Shit balls. I don't know how he just hit me too. That was really quick for him. Low tier arty is really accurate, so I'm probably gonna die here. Damned if I am not trying here though. Just this is where, yep, AMX 105. Honestly, I kind of want to watch the end of this because this was a pretty good match, even though... Nah, oh well. Anyway. You tossed your computer out. Why'd you do that, Tunster? I would say hold on to your account. You never know, your mind might change. Sometimes I feel like that, John, at times. Well, thank you for the fight, Scram, if that's it for you. I really wish I could have pulled this out. Yeah, we did pretty well together. And, yeah. I hope they get a win here, but it's not looking good. You never know, though. Oh, you're playing World of Tanks too much? I could see that. Honestly, though, hopefully you didn't, like, throw it away. But there are actually apps and stuff you can set up to limit your time, say, playing. There's some crafty things out to where if you're, like, say, playing a game too much or something, where you can really restrict your internet access to certain things. But I get it, though. I would say hold on to your account, though. You never know. World of Tanks is probably going to be here still in another 5+ years. Probably not being developed anymore at that point, but, you know, this game's around for the long haul. Yeah, and thank you very much, Lucas. I don't know if you're watching, but for the platooning as well. And Orlando. Even though Orlando looks like his internet crapped out on him. But up after this is the T110E4. Well, yeah, at the very least, you know, it stinks, you know, you had to go that route, but yeah, that's honestly the only chance they had, is if they both rushed him. Your only chance is to get him. I think we're gonna lose here. Yeah, nice try though. It's just a Valentine. It has a very weak, I think the gun shield on it is very weak. You can pretty much auto pen it with any tank around tier 4. Pretty nice game though, but yeah, unfortunately I hate getting losses in ace tankers, but well, yeah, between the three of us, we pretty much did all of our team's damage. Yeah, I did take quite a few stupid shots though at times. But thank you for platooning, Graham. I'm just going to exclude you since you're no longer online. Yeah, I can invite you. You know, the 9 p.m. kind of soloing thing, it's not like a what the next up I have is the do you have a tier 10? I'm just checking here. You have the VK I have a T110E4 request up here. But yeah, I completely get it. I would do the same thing if, you know, say starting a business or something. I would, you know, it's the smart thing to do. It's not worth, say, ruining things over a video game. Yeah, I got the E4 here, and I think Labobo, you're not in a match. If you would like to join Labobo, I can do the E4. Then I can play the Mutant if you would like. Would see Mojo. Thank you very much for watching. Yeah, I've gone through phases like that before too, Tunster. I never threw anything out, but there'd be times where sometimes I procrastinate about things, or you know, you just gotta drop it. You can't even like just I'm just gonna do it for an hour because an hour turns into like 5. That was back, you know, when I was in school, college, stuff like that. I would always force myself to, you know, not play a game or something. Or even now, part of the reasons I kept that computer, and that's kind of like my work and Ryan's, and specifically like Photoshop stuff like that I have on there, is when I'm on that PC, I uninstalled every single game, uninstalled Steam, basically anything I could play on there. That way, when I'm on there, literally the only thing that I can do is possibly go on the internet for a web browser. So this way at least, you know, I can get more stuff done over there. It's part of the reason, you know, I kept that. So I actually forgot to clip that little sorry 113. Oh god, our TVP is about to get, I don't even know, gangbanged or something. Which, hello, Florin. Nice to see you. I'm going to take a little bit of a risk here, but it's probably not worth it, honestly. I took one shot, but as long as I don't get T92'd, I'll be alright here. I wish I had a nice rack of ribs right now. Oh god, I'm getting some packet loss now. Knew that garage bug was going to come back to bite me. I haven't dropped any frames though, so that is very good. So it is not on my end right now, at least. Watch out, Lobobo. I'm going to pop out here. Yeah, it's just, they definitely have that center road. Once we lose that, it's very hard to win this. Hello, Kainchu, nice to see you. Come on, I know someone's gonna pop out here. I know I would pop out here in a mouse, but I kind of want to be over in the field right now, because that's where I think they are gonna push from. I'm mainly sticking here though, because we have a lot of people in F3 and they can potentially push up there. It's just if I pop out here, we only have an E100 and a T49. Shit, I fucked that shot up. Should have held my shot there. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Yeah, I screwed that up. Not that it's gonna change the outcome, I think, but I'm just using pure APCR for the mouse here. Honestly, when I'm in a mouse now, I expect people to throw gold at me. It's just got that much armor. Alright, it's not worth, honestly, fighting back towards our cap at this moment. E4, please move your gun on somebody else. Pretty please. I'll give you a pancake. That's good enough for me. I saw that very slight wiggle towards that JPZ. I guess he took up me on my offer. Shit, the gun depression on this. I hate the gun depression on the E4. I'm gonna get, God. The E4 is now out here. Never mind, he's out. Let's say, I'm gonna guess that this IS-7 is gonna pop out. This T-57 was moving. And I missed. Don't shoot. Oh, ammo rack. Thank you very much for the tip. I'm gonna have to look to see who it was because I screwed my screen up. Thank you very much, Combat Ineffective, for the tip. He said hello to Tunster. I have it set up to where any messages that you tip through Streamlabs are private. I usually read them out, but yeah, I made them private just in case someone writes some pretty inappropriate things on there. Not that I think you guys would, but there's a difference between Twitch and YouTube to where if someone wrote some bad stuff and it pops up on YouTube, yeah, that could have some consequences for me. Whereas Twitch, not to say they don't care, but they kind of don't care. Yeah, I'm a filthy gold spammer. At this point, I'm just rolling with it. Save me. He's a filthy gold spammer too, though. Shit. I wish I was in an E3. Well, in a way, the E3, I probably wouldn't have been able to do all this in an E3 on this map. We're definitely going to lose this one, but I might be able to get one more shot in. Maybe. Should I go for it? Nah, he's angled. He's angled the right way. It's just I can get shot from behind. I'm not 100% safe in this setup here. Especially with this M60. Yep, he's got me. Yep. Oh well. Did 5,200 damage, but... oh well. Ah, it's your twin brother? But up next here, Lobobo would like to play the mutant. Oopsie daisy. Yeah, I'm platooning for a little bit more here, and then I'm gonna be soloing for the second part of the stream here. I'm going to rate about 11 here since I haven't been able to stream the past day and a half, but yeah, at least I got the most amount of second most amount of damage. But I would be maybe he didn't use heat the whole time. Pretty close to that. It's one thing I need to remember is this is preferential. I almost forgot playing it the other day. As I say, I don't know exactly what tanks you have. Yeah, the Yag Tiger 8.8 has preferential. A Scorpion would work. Yep, that works. But yeah, they're actually doing away with, granted that was the same tier. The next patch, you're not going to be able to platoon, say, a tier 7 with a tier 8, as far as what I can see on the test server right now. I think they should have left the plus or minus 1 instead of just doing it all the same. The stream, sorry about that if it hiccups for a second. It just dropped its connection there. Hopefully that's just a little one-time hiccup there. And that it's not a... Granted, it is technically the end of when I stream, but I'm going longer here since I couldn't stream yesterday. But yeah, it just dropped connection there for a second. That's pretty cool. Well, thank you, Tunster's brother. But feel free, anybody who ever wants to platoon, if I'm platooning, I can add you to the friends list, but send me a message in game. I'm always open to platooning if, you know, I'm not just soloing. So, but it makes it very easy if you just message me. That way, you know, I can find your name easy. A little bit risky for me to go out here, but yeah, that's what I was worried about. Just I thought this SP1C would get some spots, and he's not. Ooh, that bastard. How can one be so lucky? He was literally sitting right out in the goddamn open. That doesn't sound so scary. Can't be any worse than me playing like a FV 304. Oh man, I've been terrible on that tank the last like dozen or so matches I've played in it. Oh god, I really need to sneeze here, but I really need to keep focusing. Just hold it in. It's kind of like I'm at work. If you're working behind a line, sometimes, you know, you can't exactly like sneeze, and you gotta sneeze into like your armpit, or not armpit, but like arm in a way, but sometimes you just gotta hold it. Working around freaking Pepper all day though, you kinda get used to it. I am a little bit shocked that he just did that, but I did not angle correctly there. Just, we really should not let this guy get through. Oh god. I'm dead. Nope. He knew, yeah, he knew where to shoot me in the front there. It's just like, oh lord. Our team, we were definitely not, playing as a cohesive group, but I shouldn't have pushed out where I should have, instead of pushing out here, I should have went right over this way. That way I at least would have had this flank covered, and I really only had to worry about getting flanked from behind. I just couldn't cover, 2 flanks in that tank, because really the only armor you have is the side. It's all up to you, Labobo. That was my chair. Yeah, I could do one more. Like, I really just... But yeah, this tank is one where once your sides drop below auto bounce, or even if you angle a bit, this becomes a pretty big weak spot. And if your sides are under auto bounce, they're able to pen you here. But yeah, there's the cheeks of your front. Excuse me. Once you start angling, they're pretty easy to penetrate if you're not careful. That Lorraine got a little bit lucky. I think he just had a spot right there to shoot him. Lorraine's got a lot of penetration though for a standard, or not a standard, but a tier 8. Ah, why'd you drop out, Labobo? Anyway, I don't think I have a request right here, but I can play one more platooning before I'm gonna start focusing on... Okay. Wanted to get the Lorraine again. Only because our... There we go. Well, it's ready up here, and we don't have the mutant right now, but let's see how this combo works. It's a pretty good combo that we got, though. Got some armor, got an autoloader, and we have some gun depression. Don't think I'm going to want to fight out. Usually I fight out over in the 1 to 2 line. Only because this thing, the amount, it's pretty much the size of the French heavy tanks at tier 8 and 9. You kind of have to play it differently than a medium. I would head out there, but not with their top, essentially, 5 tanks. Plus all their TDs being capable of going out to that side. I'd rather just treat this as kind of like a direct burst damage rather than a medium. Could come back to bite us, but I definitely do not want to push out there. We'll say I really do like this camouflage. Not that I bought it for the camouflage, but... Have a good night, Lord Chipmunk. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for the tip, Dana. I hope this doesn't come back to bite me. well, there is that. I do not want to get hit by Artie in this. Oh shit, did they ammo rack you? Holy crap. It didn't look like you were out in a precarious position there. They must have a shit ton of tanks over there. Alright. I'm just trying to hit my trusty help button that never works. It's just if they have, it looks like they have a lot of people out that way. I don't want to get myself into too much trouble, but I also don't want to wait too long here. Shit. Of course I run into the frickin' Oni that's gonna damage me. But at this point... Oh god. Oh, he just penned me with an HE shell. I hate my life right now. I shouldn't have sat in front of the Oni. Honestly, I thought he had the 105 gun, but I did not expect to get frickin' penetrated there. Oh my lord. He's probably coming from round 2 here like, oh lord, we can finish this little Lorraine off. Shit, I thought I could shoot through there with one shot. I guess not. Time to slink over this way and look embarrassed wasting my one shot there. Good thought, T-29, just poorly executed there. Thank you, Mr. Conqueror. Unfortunately, that one missed shot just prevented me from finishing him off. I'm actually going to start heading back to Cap. They should be able to get this Oni down. But yeah, after this, if anyone has any more requests, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to play some premium tanks, but I'll also mix in, like every couple battles, any tank requests that you guys have too. Just want to grind a little bit of credits, that way I can potentially pick up one of these tier 8 to 10 tanks that are going to be on sale this weekend. This is not good. Definitely not good now. T-54 with heat. Yeah, I'm dead. Literally the only way I survive this is if this light tank soaks up a shot for me. I don't really even have a chance to block around, even with AP, but that was the only hope. Shit, this prototype's out there. Plus we're getting capped out. There's a Lorraine. Shit, there's the E50. Crap, I bounced. I know they're capping. I really need to reset, but we still have 47 seconds. A lot can happen in 47 seconds, like me pushing out in between a T-54 and an E-50 and dying. I'm banking on this E-50. Oh god, I reset him! E-50 missing, and he missed one shot. Not that I think we're gonna win this, but... Oh, that was the only way I could get the cap. Yeah, I don't think this Conqueror's gonna get this. I have the RU-251. I can do the The Object 252U, T-34, and the Patriot. Yep, I can do them. Do I have this bug again? See, this is annoying me. Yet again, I have the updated... Yeah, sorry about that. That was a little bit loud. I did not just exit the game because of us losing, no. Whoopsie daisy. Now my screen, gotta grab that and bring that over. I hate that bug so much. I just need to add this tip here though. See CJ, thank you for watching. Nice to chat with you again. Hello, I can't read your username, but hello nonetheless. Yeah, thank you for the fights, guys. You know, it stinks that we lost them, but we definitely tried our best there. First up, let me get to... Oops, I did not want to click that. Let me getting some personal reserves here going. I'm going to use my 1 hour one, because I'm definitely going to be going for an hour here. Let me just get those off. Let me start with the Object 252U. It's literally right in front of me and I can't see it. Let me pop that in it's Thai. Hello in Thai. I can't say that. But I can do this.
ดีครับ
That's hello, apparently. Okay, there's another. Thank God for Google Translate. That's Russian. I do not speak Russian, no. Did they remove that? Personal reserves? They have that in there, I still believe, John. You can't buy all of them, but I did see in the premium shop right now there is one bundle with it's only 300% or I say only, but it's 300% free experience booster right now in a package, but Wargaming, I think they kind of tapered off them just because they're releasing a lot of premium tanks right now. But if you mean in-game, I still think that they're up there. It's just the in-game ones, unfortunately, that you can buy for gold, they only give you, like, not to say they're crappy, but they don't give you, like, the best ones, like 50% credit, stuff like that. I'm going over there. Two of us are fine. There's a Type 4 Heavy in the center, too. Ah, shit. I just shot a rock. Nobody saw that. Kind of wish I dropped a couple frames with me shooting that rock there. This is not exactly the spot I want to be in this tank, but we at least need one person out in here that's not, you know, just like a medium or something. Yeah, like I think I'll look at it after match here. I'm pretty sure they're still up there, John. There's only a few that you can pick from, but as far as buying them in game, I don't think they removed that. If they did, then that's honestly something I don't think they stated. I do, Carl. I have the Lorraine. Oh god. This thing is not a sniper. Which is why I didn't exactly want to come out here. Granted, they are pushing hard, but there's no arty, so all these people sitting on the hill right now, not to say they are worthless, but they are practically worthless. Dude, why are you sitting out? He's like sitting right in the open. I'm gonna say thanks for showing me your turret. I just really don't want this VK101P. There he is. To roll up here and whack me, because he's got a pretty beefy gun on that. Shit. Me bouncing these shots. Help! Help me! This is not good. I have like the worst luck though in this tank. Maybe if I got up close there, I could pen him. How much help do I need to... I can't... There we go. Let's do this. Get him out. Whew. I screwed up a little bit. Oh god. Very glad I can shoot his... Oh god, T-49, what did you do? Why would you take that shot in a T-49? Oh my god, dude, I hate you right now. Thank you for trying to help me, but you literally couldn't have picked a worse time to do that. Like, why would you derp? He just... I would have had that. But he frickin' tracked me. We should still win, but man was that frustrating. Still did almost 3,000 damage, but granted, if I didn't miss my first 2-ish shots. But at least, thank you for saying sorry though. But if you're in a tank like that, you don't fire that close to an ally, even if they need help. Like, push in, wait for a clear shot, something like that. Yes, I can play it up here in a couple battles, Carl. But as far as the personal reserves, they still have... Oh, wait. No, they don't. They did remove them. You are right there, John. Yeah, that's strange. I would say that they are... I would say they're going to add them back in. I don't think that they meant to actually take them out. That's probably, I guess, something where they screwed something up. But I would say they are going to add them back in. If not, though, granted, it's not for gold. You know, it's for real money is... Or not that gold isn't real money. But they will at least sell them in a premium shop, the better ones. But yeah, I'll play the Lorraine up next after here. But yeah, at least on the NA server, they removed them. That is very strange. I think everybody knows what I'm going to do here. I'm going to push down here. I will still say I hate going into A and B line. But yeah, I'm kind of curious why. Maybe they just had like a date timed on them. And, you know, they forgot to or update it or something. But yeah, that is very strange. Oh god, is my team not coming? I'm taking a very deep breath because I don't think I should do this. Not going there. I'm going to listen to that little voice in my head. I'm at least going to sit here to see if I can spot someone. But my team is going the camp to the north, you know, D through A. Almost never works. Or almost never works if you'd like to win, I should say. Thank you for missing me, E4. I'm going to take that critical hit and run with it. I would say, though, that we'll probably see him come back very shortly. That's probably just a oversight on their part. Honestly, hell, I don't know how many people notice it, but if you post something on the forums, they'd probably take note of it. That's something the North American office, you know, being on the North American forums, they would read that and they'd be able to fix that if they haven't noticed already. I think I need to cut and run here a little bit. I'm just very skeptical about pushing up here, especially because I'm getting a little bit of packet loss, but I can get flanked very easily. Ah, shit, I bounced off of him. Oh, that was my shot. And the T-25 pilot shot. Oh my lord. Oh god, we just lost the town. Yeah, I got no hope here to win unless I somehow kill this Foch and then E5. Oh god, sorry about that. We also need to deal with their town. Or not their town, but our town. God, yeah, I'm dead. That killed me there. Oh, once I hit the rock, I knew I was gonna get killed. Yep, I would have been able to probably slip through there, but my goal was I wasn't gonna fight these guys directly, but I was gonna zip over to this little outcrop here. That way I could at least spot for my team and the TDs back here. Good luck to those guys. Hopefully we win. I mean, argue with what? Anyway, Lorraine's up next. Here we go. And then I'll play the T-34 and the T-26E5 after this. But if you guys have more requests, you know, please let me know. I'm going to be going, you know, about an hour, maybe a little bit more here. Usually since I work tomorrow morning, usually I'm sleeping by now, but I wanted to get a pretty good stream in tonight. I've kind of noticed, hey, look who's on my team. Green Bay Packers. How'd he get off my blacklist? Oh, if he TKs me again. Ho 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 ho. It's the Up Clan. Oh my lord. Oh my god. I need to run away. They are going to nuke me. Maybe he got off my blacklist because I checked if he was online the other day. Yep. He's already blue. Green Bay Packers is going after me. Is he going to try... Oh, holy shit. Is he going to try to kill... Yep. Oh my god. Usually I'm not this happy, but I'm pretty sure they're JP's. I'm pretty sure this JPZ is gonna try to kill me as well. Wait, wait, wait. Is he? Maybe not. Honestly, I wasn't gonna do anything to him. But, yeah. Nice to see that, they're not the only people to TK me. How somebody like that is still playing the game and isn't banned is beyond me, though. Oh, that is like such dumb luck that we're both on the same team again. Literally, I am not lying there. I've only been in 2 matches with him. I think, though, the Green Bay Packers was heading for me, and he rammed somebody, and since he TKs people, he turned blue. Oh, that was just gold. Oh, God. Yep, he TK'd me. Yep, there we go. Thank you, guys. You're very classy. I'm actually probably gonna make another video of this, honestly. Let's see. They complained about me singling out their clan. You're just giving me another video's worth here. Oh, God. Well, hopefully my connection stays like this. But, see ya, Craze Missile. Thank you very much for watching. I can play the T49. Yes. I can get to an RD too. I can mix them into these premiums I'm doing. Oh, totally. I'm gonna make yet another one here. World of Tanks Jacket or World of Jackasses number 2. They might spam chat, but honestly, they should be permanent banned here. Uh-oh. I think that was a mistake. I don't think he meant to... I don't think that was meant, Carl. At least it's just a timeout, though. Oh, wait. Wait, I want to get back into the game here. I wonder if they're yelling at people. Yep, they are. Ah, shit, I shouldn't have had them on my blacklist. It's alright, Craze Missile. I can, honestly, I can do it. I gotta put them both on my blacklist again. I should have taken them off so I could get, all the sweet tears of hate. Yep. Back to the blacklist. Gotta love people like that, though. And by love, I mean really, really hate. But... oh, God. I'm gonna have to Let me save this replay file here. I'm actually kind of scared to go into my replay folder. I have so many of them right now. Oh, I have 400 replays. Yep, I'm pretty sure that gives me something to do tomorrow after I'm done work. Honestly, though, if you want to report them, it's the one guy's name is GB Packers, and that's the two people. But honestly, it doesn't unless you have like a replay file. Usually, they don't care too much. All right. Next up, T-34. Sorry, he's getting a little sidetracked here now. What are the odds, though, that both of them, the same two people on my team? But yeah, it's honestly it's the whole clan. It's like 4 people or something in it. I guess now is an appropriate time for anybody watching. Let's see if I can find a video real quick. It should be easy. I got 14 seconds. Hello. There we go. Sorry about that popping up. For anybody who has not seen the video, you take a look at that video. Same exact people doing the same exact things. But that's just the link to World of Jackasses. Anyway, I don't even care that I lost that match. That was just freaking hilarious. It's actually kind of sad. I haven't done anything. If you watch that video, you really only have to. It's not very long. You can see what started all of this. It's literally someone just rolling up the GB Packers person and TKing me for no reason when I was playing the Udez 3, I believe. It's really sad and petty, but to each their own. Thank you. That was probably the hardest I laughed in quite some time now. Wargaming, they only do temporary bans, but honestly, sending in the same, about the same person and the same replay file, the only reason, or the only way people actually get like permaban is if they get repeat offenses, and if basically say like 10 people out of 15 on the team report them, Wargaming will actually look at the specific battle in question. So hopefully people will actually report people like that. Anyway, though, moving on. Don't be surprised if you see a World of Jackasses #2. Because since now I have internet, tomorrow or Saturday, which I forgot to mention Saturday, I might be popping on for a stream. Not too late in the day, since I work Saturday and Sunday. But, you know, like late evening, or early evening, I should say. Oh, God. I'm glad I'm actually hit that. I might stream for like an hour or two, but this whole internet thing ruined. I have a replay from Graham I plan on doing for a viewer replay. And also, I guess I can do World of Jackasses now, too. But over on Discord, anyone who's a member there, or if you're not a member, Nightbot posts invite link to Discord in the chat every now and again. There's a spot to submit replays. You know, you can submit your best matches, funny moments for people to look at, or even, you know, TKers like that. And I always take a look at them, and, you know, I can pull every now and again for, you know, the best ones. Well, simp, I would say simp. You know, a lot of those, they're one of simps. I wouldn't say that they're the best clan anymore. I had a lot of respect for them when I used to do clan wars because my clan, for whatever reason, always went up against them with where we were at on the global map. Thank you for going backwards 2 seconds after I hit the button. But I would say they definitely have a lot of toxic players in their clan. But a lot of top clans have that, unfortunately. Oh god, there's a T-49 right in front of me. I'm dead. This was a complete lapse of judgment here. Oh god. I can't believe I sat out there. I should have kept moving with the ball. I didn't. I died. That was a bad match. But that's what happens with the T-34. You always want to keep a little bit of a buffer in between you and the enemy. Alright, so next up, T-49. And then I have T-2065 request, and then I can play an SPG. Hey, I just like to kill T-25 /2s. I will have to figure out a pretty catchy title, Graham, like that. I actually spent a lot of today doing my menus. I want to, not to say make them fun, but spice them up a little bit as far as the name. Like, a lot of this stuff is like vegetable omelet, like stuff like that, or lobster omelet. I just want to, I plan on for breakfast, say, I'm adding, essentially this year we're doing a little bit more healthier stuff, and I'm adding on some pita breakfast sandwiches. So not like a pita pocket. Honestly, I hate pita pockets. But like real pita, like the flatbread stuff. I'm going to be doing them as far as sandwiches, grilled and kind of folded over. But I had to come up with names. I have an Italian one. It's called Buon Appetito. And then French one, Vive la France. There's a Danish one, as far as like the ingredients all fit with the regions that I kind of named them after. What's it called? Grablox or something? Lavox. I forget how to exactly pronounce it. But shit. I was just hoping to spot something in the center, but alas, I did not. Usually I don't like fighting out here, but I'll go with it. I forget what else. I did, one that's called All American, which is, of course, there's sausage in it. And then a Far East one with like hummus and a bunch of veggies. Oh god. I'm taking a big risk and I'm dead. Cringeworthy when I play light sometimes. Let's just move along there. Maybe I'll get back to playing the T-49, but honestly, I've tried to... I distracted myself a bit with talking about food, but the T-49, until I get the Sheridan, I really honestly hate the 152 on it now. It's just so inconsistent to where I just can't play that thing right. Yes, I can try to do the E3. There are swear words in it, yes. It's very rare you hear me curse much, but in videos like that, I will. I do work, I am a professional chef and work in a kitchen. I do curse quite a bit, but only where it's appropriate. Which a kitchen, it's very appropriate. I would say yes. I would not say that to a Mexican. It depends, though. Some of the nighttime ones, yes. They have a sick sense of humor. I'll think about it, Graham. I'd have to... If you can find a way to send a audio clip, if it's just the audio, that... Yeah, that's a potential or a possibility. I just have to... I think OBS would pretty much accept anything that's like MP3 or something. See you, Craze Missile. Thanks for watching. I don't know about tomorrow. That's a possibility about tomorrow. More likely Saturday, depending on if I can stream or not. If I don't stream, I can definitely get videos done. Who knows? I might not even have internet tomorrow at this rate. But that's going to be in the next week. I can get these done. Definitely. But I would say most likely Saturday I can get some of these videos I'd like to do and catch up on them. Because I'd also like to do a Lorraine guide. And I plan on getting a Chrysler K, even though I'm not picking one up for myself. I need to get a weak spot guide for that done as well. I do not have a T10, unfortunately. Sorry. I do have a tank request list in the video description below of all the tanks that I can play. It pops you over to my website, WoTGuru.com. There's a T10 for you, though. Yeah, I tried to shoot your track. I didn't want to shoot your lower glacis. Come on. No, 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 no. Yeah, that was angled there, but... Okay, he's one-shotable. Oh, there we go. I would say MP3 is probably better. I think something like that's minimal editing involved. I wouldn't have to edit it. I can pop it into OBS. Shit, I gotta head back to base. I do not want to get camped out. Yeah, the reason why, like I said earlier, Orlando made like a little opening sequence with my name, kind of with like a tank shell getting blown through it. I plan on making a channel like not to say like commercial, but a channel intro. You see them on a lot of YouTube channels where it kind of goes over what you kind of do for people who aren't subscribers. It shows up on your main page. I've been working on getting clips for that. That just takes a little bit of editing, which is what takes me time, because I don't pretend like I am very good at editing stuff. Oh god, I wanted to kill him when I still had his side. Ooh, funny seeing you here, T-44. Come on, guys. 3 is my limit. I will not spam. We really do need to get back to the cap, though. Come on. This T-44 is just doing circles around me. Shit. Come on, T-54. Are you reloading? Like, what are you doing? Like, holy shit, we are 22 seconds away from losing. If that T-44 couldn't kill me, I should have ignored him, but yeah, we're gonna lose if he can't reset. Yeah, we're gonna lose. Awesome. Good job, T-44. Nope. See, this pisses me off because we had fast tanks to get back. And the T-44, he would have been able to kill me if I just drove out with my rear facing him. I'll give that guy credit. Oh god, I hate losing like that, but I tried to point it out, and yep. Gotta love it. Still made 100,000 credits, but frustrating nonetheless. So I'm going to play an SPG up here. Let me play the M53. I can get back into the T49 as well since I kind of stunk that up. I did have a T110, but I don't have one anymore. I sold that back when it was the IS-8. Well, unfortunately, as far as my menu goes, I have like that much space to fit these new additions on my breakfast menu. The rest I do specials every now and again. Just depends on how much free time I have. But I have a very small window of how much things I can fit on my menu, or else I'll get yelled at. But how you play a T10, pretty much don't get flanked in it, and know that your armor is good, but I definitely wouldn't rely upon it against tier 9 tank destroyers or any tier 10. But pretty much play it like a very fat, slow medium tank, essentially. An IS-8 used to be a T10. They were the same tank. I don't think I have a T10. He's talking about the tier 9 one, correct? But yeah, they renamed it to the tier 10 or T10. I really want to kill this TVP, mainly because the TVP shot me a couple matches ago. Awesome. Sorry, dude, but you're paying for someone else's mistake with shooting me in a TVP. My favorite map, Green Planet. Huh, that's a hard one. You got me thinking here. I would probably... Honestly, I can't think off the top of my head which one would be my favorite. Honestly, I'm trying to think specifically. Malinovka comes to mind, but it depends on what tank I'm in, which is why I don't want to say Malinovka. I'd probably say Erlingberg, though. I was a little bit off there. Well, it is very different, yes. I know a lot of people hate Malinovka. I kind of like it, though. I like open maps. I'm inclined to shoot the defender, but actually the defender's moving less. Please stay there. No! Oh, awesome. Graham, if whenever suits you. Like, I'll probably, be doing the video hopefully Saturday. So if it can be, if you would like to do it, like, you don't have to if you're busy. I get home from work around like 3:30 on Saturdays typically. So sometime after that point, I'll be doing said video. So with the way I record things, if I need to slot anything into a video, I have to do it while I record it in OBS. I can kind of switch between scenes and different sources like images, videos, stuff like that. I think I'll be able to do it though. This is something I've never slotted in audio though in OBS. shit. I don't want to shoot him, but he's a tank. He's got a gun. Thank you for killing him. You made that so much easier. Granted, this SU, he's looking like he's going to bugger out. That's probably going to be a mistake. Yep. I had a better shot in the Defender or even the Leopard prototype here. I blew it. Yep, should have shot the Defender. Thank you, FV. Should have shot the Leopard. Something. Oh, I don't exactly blame the players. I blame... Honestly, if there was less premium rounds, players would play a little bit less, say, like campy and stuff like that. They take a little bit more risks, essentially. Are you kidding me? He just survived 2 shots. That light tank from me and the T-92 or the FV, that shouldn't have been possible. Even with, like, not direct hits. Oh, that's why you rarely see... I'm going to play more arty after the changes for the next patch, but right now it just... I cringe sometimes when I get shots like that. T-62, I gotcha. Oh, I'm going to try. If you're either going to kill him or... There we go. At least I splashed him. It was a really expensive splash, but... Oh my god. I don't know how. How are both of these guys still alive? Oh my god. Awesome. He's down. I'm gonna try to splash this little light tank. Awesome there. Trying to get a little bit of distance here. Yeah, it's 10 p.m. right now, like John said. I'm in the east coast of the U.S. This is going to be a pretty expensive match for me, even with my credit booster going. I think they probably ran. Yeah. Ooh, now we run. You got HP. Really, Artie is his main threat here. He just needs to keep on moving. I don't have a shot. Oh, nice job. Oh god, he just... That's no good. Oh. Oh my god, there's both of them. This is... Ah, he got me. God damn it. Ah. I honestly did not think that they were there. Well, this is going to be a very boring match. I am not watching the rest of it. I thought they were down south. Oh well. Now that's going to be either a loss or a tie. If we win it, great, but I don't think we will. Only because the Bat Chat arties are just, yeah, they're probably one of the better arties to like shotgun people with. Anyway, let me pop into the T110E3. Then I'm going to go back to some premium tanks here. It's alright, Green Planet. Pretty much nice cuppa, yes. At the very least, what I think they're gonna do is, I still believe, while I don't think they're gonna rebalance premium rounds as much as they should, if you look at all the newer tanks they're releasing, all the premium rounds, because they have a modest increase over the standard penetration, say like it's like anywhere up to like 50 millimeters at most. I think they're gonna hit stuff like, say, like the T-54, where you have almost 100 millimeters more penetration on your heat round than AP. I think they're gonna hit those tanks with a patch coming up here, and just tone that down a bit, so where premium rounds will still be a lot better, but they're not just gonna be straight up. It's not even pay to win. It's, I don't know. It's pay for an advantage, or advantage as far as like earning more credits to be able to fire more easily without having to grind a lot of premium tanks or mid-tier matches and stuff. Oh god, this is not good. Really, the best part of the E3 is it can deflect gold rounds a lot of the time. Not always, but you are brave, Udez, for sitting there. We're about to... I need to make my way... Yep. Thank you, Mouse, for shooting me. I didn't want you to pin me, but... Lord, there's a T-57! No! Oh my god. I can't believe I just did that. We just have so many people down in that corner. That corner, not to say it's worthless, but most matches it's worthless. Shit. Oh god, I just had a little bit of lag there. It's just not a lot of people typically go down there, so putting that many tanks down there is a move that I typically would not do. Let's see. Somebody killed him. Alright, the mouse slotted over that way. Shit, there's a T-57 sitting out in the open here. I guess, though, I'm gonna pop here, just because that mouse, I'm not gonna chase after him. If they're gonna pop up here, I'd rather shoot at them. Just like that. Whoop, sorry E5. I really did not mean to do that. I'll say that I saved your life, though. Because both of us didn't take damage. Oh god. If they can clear our base, that would be awesome. It's just I really need to go this way. Cause now I'm left out here alone. God damn you people. Like they're all going back there. This mouse is just strolling on up here. He's like, I'm a mouse. I'm gonna kill this whole entire flank here. You like that little, I'm a mouse. Oh god. Somebody get the T-57. I know he's gonna get me. It's his destined. Don't want to angle a lot in the E3, but just a little bit throws people off from little snapshots like that. Crap. There we go, right under that little mud flap. Don't hit that mud flap, you will not penetrate there. But hitting it right underneath it is the easiest spot to penetrate if it's angled. A mouse, that is. Here it comes. I know he's gonna. I'm one-shottable, but the T-10 is one-clippable. 5,500 damage here. Now this AMX 50 concerns me. Really concerns me. Alright, I need to get a little bit of distance on him. If he pops back far enough, I'll be able to shoot him. Or I can actually hit this AMX 50 if I'm lucky. Oh, Lord. No! Of course, I hit him dead on the track, and it died before it actually hit his side hull. Granted, the Udez was going to kill me anyway, but I'm actually pretty sure I know Jorge there. At least we got a win now. Brave is one word for that Udez. He was still alive, though, at the end, but I think he hid for the rest of the match. Anyway, pretty decent match. Got a high caliber award. We ended up losing Erlingberg, unfortunately, but hell, I thought I was done for in the beginning, but I knew I needed to get to that spot there, and that worked out. So, pretty decent match there. Thank you for requesting that E3. But I'm going to try to hop into a couple premiums here. Why don't I hop into the Mutant M6? Maybe I'll play the Lorraine. And if there's any other premium tanks you'd like to see, I'll hop into them too. I'll probably go to around a little bit past 10:30, closer to 11 here. I don't want to go too late though, because I need to be a functional human being tomorrow when I go to work. But I am very glad this stream worked out. Thank you very much, Joseph from Comcast, for helping me today. But my next stream, like I said, I might pop on Saturday, like early evening, just for like an hour or two. If not, though, my next scheduled stream is this upcoming Sunday, 7 to 9 p.m. I'm from New Jersey, in the U.S. But this upcoming week, my stream schedule hopefully will be the same, barring any unforeseen internet issues. The only thing I'm concerned about is if they come out to do, say, like the maintenance work, where they have to replace my line. If they do it on Tuesday, that early stream might be iffy, but I'm hoping that's not the case. I will say, after this upcoming week, my schedule might have to change a little bit, only because that guy has got a big lag spike. Easter's coming up for me, which is a big holiday, restaurant business, and on top of that, that kind of signals the beginning of us opening up for more days at the restaurant outside of just weekends. So I might have to tweak my schedule for the stream a little bit. I'm definitely going to keep as many days as possible, preferably 4 days a week. I can slot in one KV2 match, but I'm trying to play premium tanks here, guys, because I really need to get some credits because I haven't had internet throughout the week here, and I really need to buy a tank while it's on sale. I'll try to get to those tanks though. Oh god, why am I getting packet losses? Gotta love these servers sometimes. So I don't notice anything on my end. Granted, it would be very easy for me to blame Comcast right here, but it's definitely not them. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get over this VK behind me. His platoon mate is kind of blocking him. It's definitely nothing that I can do here. Oh god, they're not angling right. They're not angling right. They're completely disregarding, like, what? Now they're going to pull back and I'm going to die. They're completely disregarding the frickin' T-34. And they're... I'm really angry right now at these people. I don't really look angry, but I'm about to get artied again too. But they're basically giving them the win here. Yeah, why don't you stroll up and give them some more freaking damage here? Like, do you not know what tank you're in? Like, you don't have any freaking side armor. Yeah, I'm probably gonna die here one shot, but I'm not even gonna use APCR. But like, why rush out with your side wide open to multiple tanks? It does not make any sense. Oh my god. Yeah, I can play those band instead. Yeah, sorry. Usually I take, every tank request as long as I have the tank. It's just at the end of the stream here, I'm just trying to get a few credits in. Just because I have a lot of 8s, 9s, and 10s I need to buy. Most of the things you hear about New Jersey, though, the stereotypes are not from my neck of the woods in New Jersey. I don't speak like, what is it, New Jersey? I can't even say it. The typical, like, New Yorker-esque accent. Yeah, I'm from South Jersey. Alright. No people from the Up clan on my list. Check. I still can't believe those guys did that again. Tier 10 match, though. This is going to be awesome. And by awesome, I mean I'm probably... Because this thing has a good gun, and it's... I'm going to get sandwiched here. Since it has a pretty good gun and it's very fragile, oftentimes, like, I'll do it. Just chuck around at it, make it disappear before it does damage to you. Alrighty then. Alright, my team seems... I guess they're pushing in a decent spot. I'd head down here, but... don't think that they can spot me, but I'm right on the cusp of... I honestly just wanted to get one shot off here. I just don't want to push too hard because I'm in a tier 8 right now. Here we go. I snuck one shot in there, it looked like. I didn't see any smoke from it hitting the ground. This is just one of those tanks where, yeah, an M4 Sherman chassis at tier 8, when you're against 10s, oh, you don't even want people to breathe on you because you can disappear very quickly. That's why I put optics on this thing, so at the very least, I might be able to outspot like a heavy tank. Ah, very nice, Glenn. Almost called you Gren. Sorry about that. But yeah, they're this is gonna be very hard for our team to win. He actually saw me too. I have a feeling we're going to see a pretty big push over there, but they all suck back into their base. And this is going to be extremely difficult for... Especially if I was top tier, I'd try to spot, but honestly, we need a spotter right here. And I'd like it to be me, but at the same time, I don't want it to be me. I think it's going to have to be me, though. Because just looking, we don't have any. And of course, they're going to throw the Object 140s 100% heat. I'm not surprised there. As someone said, that clan, yeah, people from clans like that will throw pure premium and then basically bitch at people, why don't you have a 5,350% boost it, pad it, whatever, win rate 8. Well, maybe because I don't throw 100% heat. I'm probably going to die here. Really what I'm hoping is to at least get some assist damage. But to me, this was the best play that I possibly could do. Didn't really get me much, but had I not pushed up there, my team would have just died anyway. And I probably wouldn't even got a shot off. But yeah, that's what happens. We had so many TDs in our base to where if they were over where I was, we probably could have got some damage on their tanks in the center. Yep, unfortunately though, being low tier sucks sometimes. So I'm going to hop into one IS4 match here and then just going to do premiums for the rest of the time here. Excuse me. All right. Oh god, my caffeine's starting to wear off here too. That's why pretty much all my streams, outside if I don't have to go to work the next day, I might stream a little later. That's why I don't stream late now. You know, getting up at 4 or 5 in the morning is not something you want to do on a short night's sleep. So I'll probably play maybe 2 more matches after this. I thought I might go to 11, but at this point, if you know, getting tired, honestly, it isn't worth it to play, because I'm just going to be playing like crap if I get too tired here. But at the very least, I'm glad my internet's working again. So I'll definitely be here Sunday unless Comcast technician, what was his name? I think John, yeah, the guy yesterday, comes back and ruins my internet. Oh, right, she's passed out. After she made that, the milkshake when she shut the door, she was probably out like 20 minutes later. Cause she has to get up at, oh god. Please miss me. Big gun. Trying my best to wiggle my way out of that precarious situation there. She's got to get up at 6 when she has school the next day. Our high school goes to school fairly early. Like her cousin actually has like a half-hour commute, whereas Ryan has like 5 minutes. And she teaches high school, and she needs to go in, or she needs to get up at like 7:30. It's that late. She's in a different district around here though. Yep, he's throwing gold. Another object 140 throwing gold. What a freaking surprise. See, I don't mind premium rounds like every now and again, but people that just automatically start out with it, mainly Russian premiums, that irk me. It's just stuff like that bothers me. Come on, guys. All you gotta do is move up one little pinch. Nope. I guess I'm gonna get flanked here. I guess I can feel it. At least he just got kind of nuked in a way. Oh shit, there's actually a 140 there. I'm gonna possibly wait for the size 6 to push up. See you, Graham. Thank you for watching and platooning. So unfortunately, the 140, if you have camouflage on that, it's actually pretty damn good for medium. It's It's just I'm waiting to see if my team's going to push. We have the advantage, but I'm not going to push out there just by myself. Especially with an Object 140 chucking... I'm actually just going to chuck a heat round it. Or not heat, HE. Which, maybe she's actually up. I just heard footsteps. Somehow an HE round hitting the... That looked like it hit the upper track of a 140. Did 0 damage. That is, I think that's a first. Alright, they're pushing. I'm going to try to slink out of here without being seen. Don't have a shot there. Just with them kind of distracted in the center, I will gladly move up here. I don't know if that FE shot. He probably didn't. And I'm about to get... Oh god. Yep, throw some more heat at me. Why not? Oh, just one more second. Oh well. Good job, 140 though. So much skill. Sorry, I'm just getting a little bit annoyed now at 2 matches in a row getting heat spammed by objects when, yeah. That just, it just makes me a little bit salty. Anyway, getting into the Luva. It's the best I'm going to be able to pronounce that right now. Thank you very much, Carl. I have no clue, Green Planet. Probably because, you know, I stream over on YouTube. I don't do Twitch, only because I can't justify streaming on another service just because it's the popular thing to do, when a lot of people here can attest because I've done both. I tested Twitch out, you know, a few months ago, like kind of like a stream or two over there to see how it went. The quality is just so terrible unless you're a partner. But I'm always thankful if you guys share my stream around. It's very nice. And you know, as Nightbot probably put in a couple notes giving me thumbs up, stuff like that helps out a lot too. Now if only I can speak correctly. But yeah, the new bonuses, you know, while you're not going to be able to mix and match tiers, they did up the experience a bit. It's already there if you do the same tier, but they're upping it a little bit more, it looks like. Yeah, I always say though that, you know, I'd rather stream over here on YouTube. Better quality for you guys. Honestly, it's easier on my end too. The back end of YouTube is, you know, it's pretty straightforward and easy. Twitch is a little bit more clunky, I feel like. You know, why upgrade it if they have a lot of people already streaming there, regardless of whether their UI is a little clunky for creators. What was I gonna say though? But you know, I'd rather stream here. You guys are very, very good viewers compared to a lot of stream chats are just so toxic. We have our trolls sometimes, but yeah, it makes things easy for me. Honestly, if I did get really popular, I'd have to come up with a very concrete, ingenious way, which is kind of why I started the Discord channel for the stream, to be able to, you know, I always like chatting with, you know, you guys that are subscribers, that watch me frequently. I wouldn't want to mess that up. So in the 0.5% chance of that actually happening, that's why we have Discord. I always have Discord up on my screen over here, my secondary screen. That way anyone who's on that can chat there in the live stream section, and I see that right away. Oh god, that was a bad shot. You made me laugh, Lavovo, but you know, at times, you know, I just feel like when someone plays on a stream, whether it's me or someone I'm platooning with, we just get the worst freaking luck sometimes. Like, I know it's just kind of like all in my head, but you know, hey, I have fun platooning with, you know, pretty much everybody. It's just, in a way, it's gonna kind of suck. The new platooning restrictions is it is gonna make it harder for me to platoon with some of you guys if you don't have up to tier 10, just because it's gonna be difficult to mix and match the tank requests a little bit more here. But I'm still gonna do my best where, you know, if you're watching the stream and I'm platooning that day and there's an open spot, I will always try my best to, you know, fit you in for at least a couple matches. I don't know why I pushed out there. I could have gotten one shot more if I just pulled back, but I thought this T-29, which he did, was going to push up. Oh well. Props to that KV-3. Yeah, if he didn't use APCR, I would have bounced at least a shot or two there. Anyway. Let's, hey, we won Siegfried Line at least. Very nice. Let me hop into Lorraine again, since that's, you know, pretty much my newest tank here. And then I'll probably, maybe one more here. Yeah, I don't constantly. Even though I guess some people like watching that. People just constantly, like, berate people and yell at them and curse. I don't get why people want to watch that stuff. But I always try to do my best to, you know, kind of point out what I'm doing right, wrong, why I'm going to places, stuff like that. I wish I had a lot more time to. I did it for a few weeks before I started having to do more stuff for the restaurant. I did like recaps of the best stream matches. With my time now, I'm kind of just doing like clips of Ace Tanker not rewards, matches from the stream. But I kind of hope or wish I had time to do more of them. Which thank you very much for the subscription, Jay. Yeah, I can play the Mutts. I'll play that as my last match then. But yeah, I think the tier 8 Lorraine here, it's the way they rebalanced it. It's definitely, it's not easy to play, especially given the map and matchmaking sometimes, but it's easier to play than when it was tier 9, which I think will help a lot of people. I have a very strong feeling these IS-6s are going to push on us. Oh, my team is not going up. I need to track him. Oh no, I didn't track him. Yep. I'm dead. Yep. Thanks, team. Thought we were on the same page there. Nope. They all stopped. It's definitely hard when you play it like that. I honestly shouldn't have did that. But Pesmed, how do I like the 40T so far? I like it so far. Like, all the matches I've played tonight are the only matches I've played in it so far, since I haven't had internet. But I would say if you need a French medium crew trainer, it's definitely a good fit for that. But only if you like playing the autoloaders. Like the M4A1 Rev, it fits the same crews, but the Lorraine definitely sends, or not sends it. Excuse me, I'm struggling to talk right now. You know, it plays the same as the Bat Chat and all the autoloaders, so that's kind of the best part of it. But if you already have, say, the M4 or the AMX CDC, there's not a huge incentive to pick it up unless you really like playing those types of tanks. So I mainly picked it up that way I could show you guys the tank if anyone was interested in it. Oh god. Oh, yeah. It's like one person going ahead of me, sure, but you're all just racing to your deaths up there. Zevin? I've never heard him. Hell, you guys can watch, honestly. Like, I don't expect, you know, only to watch me and stuff. And hell, if I ever become really, really bad at streaming, hell, I'd rather you guys watch someone better if I'm stinking it up. But oh god, I'm getting a lot of packet loss this match. Please don't fall off the bridge. But yeah, that's one reason why with the chat sometimes, like, I'd rather be a little bit more cautious with like timing people out. That way it never gets out of control like some streams I see. Because unchecked stream chat, which I would think Twitch is a lot harder if he's streaming over there. I feel like there's a lot more people that troll over there than YouTube gaming. I would never want it to get like that. I would probably just end up ignoring the YouTube chat and just looking at Discord the whole time. I'm really, really afraid right now. Especially because I don't know why my packet loss is bad. My internet is not spiking up and down like it was doing when I have upload problems. Come on, is anybody gonna come over to me? Because we can whip these guys up real quick here. I'm just failing. Thank you, VK. VK's coming. Thank God. Failing to see why the Lorraine popped into there, though. This is gonna hurt. Ooh, look, he had an APCR round. It's kind of funny, ever since Wargaming put out the patch to add in the damage, showing you what types of rounds hit you. Before this, they did a few Q&As where they said the amount of premium rounds that hit a tank, they're around like 10 to 15% in high tier matches. No freaking way it's that. I would say it's at least 50-50, even for like if you're in a medium tank. Especially on the North American server, it's just like, oh my god. But it's part of the game. Keep saying that to myself. Trying to read and drive. This is probably going to end badly. I'll have to take a look at him. Honestly, I look at other people's streams from time to time, and I haven't really found anybody I like. But if you guys are watching him, you can't be all that bad. I just really hate people that are, oh god, extremely like rude and whatnot to people. Oh, my shoulder. I'm one-shottable, you're not. Just go. Like, 112. What are you... Are you fucking joking me? Like, why do people do that? You're... Oh my... Like, we're almost losing now, too, and you decided to fucking shoot me? I'm sorry, but this is... Yeah. Oh my god, I hate people. Oh, I found another clip for Clip for this video I'm going to be doing Saturday. I guess he took offense that I asked him to go forward because I'm one-shottable. Like, I hate people. Like that, at least. I don't hate people. Let's whip this guy up here. Oh, I hate 112. Well, thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it. Granted, I do say I hate people a lot, but I don't mean it always. I'm not even just saying on the stream, but when I'm at work, it's just some of the time, some of the stuff you get as far as orders go, it makes a cook's life very difficult. When someone like orders, say, I'll stick with breakfast because it's easy. Like someone orders an omelet that usually comes with like, say, onions, tomatoes, spinach, and goat cheese. We have one. And they take out the onions and replace it with mushrooms, and then take the goat cheese and replace it with Swiss, and then add bacon. Why did you order, that specific omelet there if it doesn't work out that way? Like, just stuff like that when you have like 30 other orders, it just completely screws you up. Because you're used to saying like X and X omelet, the name of it, and it has that ingredient. Like, just build your own omelet. But then again, the waitresses should compensate for that, but they typically go with what the customer asks. Cue Cody getting one shot up by a M12. Or not. Success. This is my last match, though, of the stream here. Trolls are everywhere. In-game, out of the game. Yeah. Working for Comcast. I honestly think that guy yesterday, he must have been newer or something. But anyway, pretty decent match. Mastery First Class. High Caliber Award. Thanks for suggesting the mutts. But, yeah, thank you very much, Jay. Yeah, usually, I know you caught the end here. Typically on my streams, my streaming schedule's in the video description below. I always take tank requests. Pretty much if I own it, I will play it. Just towards the end here, I wanted to get a couple premium tanks in. Which, hello, Synod and Floyd. But thank you very much, guys, for watching. Glad I can finally get back to streaming since I missed about a stream and a half here because of my internet problems. But trolls are from Norway. I assume you watch South Park. I get that reference. But yeah, I'll see you guys around. The next scheduled stream I have is Sunday, 7 to 9. But I might pop on a little bit Saturday, like early evening. Think about like 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, somewhere around there. About 50-50 chance. So maybe I'll see you guys then. Otherwise, thanks again for watching, and have a very nice weekend. See you around.